Hi, I'm Brooke Hempel. I'm Senior Vice President of Barna Group, and I'm here with my friend Christopher Harris of Diverse Church Jobs. Christopher, it's been great to get to know you and to learn more about the work that you're doing to help candidates find their right place in ministry when they feel called to that. I'd love to hear a little bit from you about Diverse Church Jobs and what your goals are and how you're serving people in ministry.
Yeah, well, Brooke, first of all, thank you for this opportunity. I'm so excited about this partnership that we have, this relationship, friendship, familyship, right? It's going to be really fun because our unique calling is for candidates of color to find unique ministry opportunities in the United States and in the future abroad. And we're so grateful and so thankful because I think COVID-19, the pandemic that we all faced and navigated, and had to reinvent ourselves, as well as a summer of global unrest around injustice. Those two things really converged to force some hard conversations and force some real realities of us in the church world. How do we navigate this issue of justice and race? And even particularly to our point, how does hiring take place with candidates of color? How do we onboard them in a healthy way? How do we prepare our culture and our unique fit to handle candidates of color? And then more emphasis, I think, not just candidates of color, but more particularly germane to our conversation. Everyone is asking the question now, am I living out my purpose? Am I really paying attention to my motivations? And
Yeah, we've really seen that in our research that a lot of pastors are just kind of swirling and going, am I doing the right thing? Do I even want to be doing this anymore?
yeah, absolutely. And so that whole idea of fit, right? And where am I supposed to be? And people asking hard questions, even as relates to, are we seeing like I know we're in meetings with our staff members that are staff members of color, but are we actually seeing them and their story and their
Mm.
uniqueness? And so when you look at all of those things, it creates a perfect reality for this kind of partnership where we're helping candidates of color find wanting to offer them incredible tools to learn more about who they are, to become healthier individuals, healthier followers and disciples of Christ, to know what their motivations are, because as they become healthier, the teams that they serve on become healthier and the churches that they serve in become healthier. And we're really excited about that.
Yeah, exactly. Our research over the last year, looking at the state of the church, has revealed exactly that, which is you start with a healthy leadership team. And when they're doing well, when they're in the right roles, when they're clear on their calling and really living into their gifts, they are thriving. And then their church, therefore, is thriving. And so now we're rethinking all of that, right?
Yeah.
And we've just seen a lot of church leaders, anyone in ministry, really saying, God, what have you really called me to do? Am I in the right role, given how things are changing? And really, how am I actually motivated? And that's why we love TrueMotivate, and we've been partnering with TrueMotivate to kind of roll this out into church spaces, because we think it's a fantastic tool to see how God has uniquely designed me, the passions He's given me, and really at my core, what am I motivated to do? Because motivating is what reveals where we're flourishing and where we're, living into His design. So we love to see church leaders discover that and use that and say, I want to be in a role that maximizes the way God has made me. And when I do that, everyone around me is flourishing, and I'm experiencing fulfillment and I'm clear on my calling. And so we're excited to be able to help pastors find that for themselves, and any church leaders and people in ministry find that for themselves so that they can be more affirmed in the sort of role as well as environment that they're going to be working in.
What's to your point, Brooke, what's even more exciting for me is how exclusive this partnership is, right? So we're really the only firm in the United States who is doing placement of this sort and this nature at this level, specifically for candidates of color, right? But
Mhm.
then also we're going to be having this unique partnership with you guys offering TrueMotivate and being one of the only ones exclusively to offer this. It's an amazing marriage. And like, I'm really, really geeked about it. I'm going to make up a word. This is the funnest stuff on the planet, right? Because we help to make a great marriage with people just discovering who God has wired them to be. And I'm even more excited because this is a little bit different, or a lot different, I should say, than just like strength finders and some of the other things that people could do in terms of learning who they are and their story.
Yeah, TrueMotivate is really unique that way. The way it's designed, it actually is built on your story, so it's not normed to any scientific tests that were created before or by different sorts of people. It's your story, your motivations that come out of that story. And it's really one of the most equitable and inclusive tools that exists out there today. And it's, I think, a really important part for people, again, discovering who they are and seeing that in their own context. And then being able to look at that in the context of a role and say, this is how I show up, without any expectations or filters on that, right? Without any norms to that. Like, this is me and how God made me. So we're really excited to be able to help churches navigate, finding the right fit on their teams, and individuals find the right fit in a role, by understanding that unique design, and really having the opportunities open as opposed to narrowed in for them.
Yeah. So much fun. I'm excited. We're going to help people get clarity on their calling. And that's the whole purpose of this. I'm really excited about it. So
It's
thank you,
great.
Brooke. This is going to be fun.
Absolutely.